Letting number 8646. Terminal 1 Concourse A, Gate Electrification, St. Louis Lambert International Airport. We have 4 bids. Ben-Hur Construction Company, BENHUR Construction Company, $2,688,711. 2,688,711.00. Excuse me? Yes. Okay. Alternate number 1, $418,691. 418,691.00. TGB Inc. TGB Inc. $2,143,000. 2,143,000.00. Alternate number 1, $300,000. 300,000.00. Schneider Electric of St. Louis, LLC, SCHNEIDER Electric of St. Louis, LLC, $2,095,249. 2,095,249.00. Alternate number 1, minus $390,543. 2,905,430.00. Assenger Electric Company, ASCHINGER Electric Company, $1,800,600. 1,800,600.00. Alternate number 1, $255,400. 255,400.00. With the low bidder, please meet with Ms. Ben in the hallway. Thank you.
Okay. Hey, Sharice, before we get started, I want you to make sure that they're signed up for the hearing. 5017 Grabways. You said the address is different up there.
It's different.
Take a look and see. Yeah. We gotta wait for them anyway.
For the revocation hearing, by the way, Alderwoman Howard talked to me last night, said that the landlord, tenant, and Problem Properties have been working together, and there sounds like they're closing the property down, but that wasn't official yet. So they're like, most likely not even going to show up to the hearing today because they're shutting the business down anyways, it sounds like. So
Not going to be here?
that's what I heard last night, but it wasn't, I wanted to go through with the hearing in case they did try and show up and try and pull something on us. You know, I just want to make sure we were ready to go if necessary.
But just to be clear, it sounds like they're shutting it down?
Yes. And they're purposely going to give up their conditional use permit today by not showing up.
As opposed to further down the road, revocation of liquor license.
Correct.
So,
That was the
Talking about the
plan.
Gravoy property?
1517 Gravois, yes.
but would you think you would advise that we table this? Or do you think that we revocate revoke the conditional use because they're going to close? Or do we handle it the normal? I mean, what do you think?
We can go ahead. I mean, it's just for signage anyways. I mean, I'd hate to actually be on the record.
You can do all kind of stuff. I just wonder what action we probably should take.
They give it 30 days if you want to. If you want to table it for 30 days, most likely there won't be a tenant there anymore and it'll be a closed business and it will be moot.
It's a signage violation, so it's a very minor violation.
Right.
But if they're going to close anyway,
Right.
but you don't know that for a fact.
Right.
Okay, I got it.
The alderwoman Howard just basically said, pretty sure that's what's going on. Most likely no one's going to show up for the hearing. So it looks like she was correct on that, but I wanted to make sure we were ready to go.
Okay.
Just in case they tried to show up, say something to the alderwoman and then show up hoping no support in the neighborhood came out. I didn't.
Right, okay. Melba's on her way.
Oh, she's on her way, okay.
So when she gets here, we'll
Okay.
start.
So what are you deciding? You're going to table it for 30 days, or are you just going to deny it?
Well, I mean, you could do all kind of stuff, but at the end of the day, I would say that the point's kind of well taken if it sounds like,
Right.
if they're gonna shut the business down anyway, we wanna look like the good guys. It's a signage violation, we normally give them 30 days.
Okay.
I say normally, what's the, be the asshole.
Right.
We normally give them 30 days. So maybe give them 30 days and they close themselves and it's all done.
Right. Okay.
Are we on?
Yes. No, I'm about to fall out of my chair.
Sign that. The board will hear one hearing today. Numbered 8199 is a conditional use revocation hearing regarding 5017 Gravois. During the hearing today, your testimony is being recorded. If you come forward to testify, please state your name and address and be sworn in. As you testify, please direct your comments to the board and not to those in the audience. Members of the audience are asked to remain silent and not coach the witnesses. During your testimony, members of this board may have questions for you. Following the hearing today, the board will proceed with its regular agenda. Following the conclusion of the agenda, the board will deliberate and vote on the hearing. The board will notify the permit holder of its decision by mail. Hearing number 8199 is being conducted pursuant to Section 26.100.030 of the Revised Code of the City of St. Louis. The purpose of this hearing is to determine whether the conditional use permit issued to Edith Subasic and M. Vidovic, DBA Coco Cafe, to occupy 5017 Gravois as a cafe and full drink bar with front patio, no cooking, subject to certain conditions, should be revoked. The conditional use permit number is 115516. The conditions at question are condition number 5, which reads as follows. Condition 5, all signage must have permit approved by the Office of the Zoning Administrator. The Board of Public Service has in its possession the following documents which are being introduced into evidence. Item 1, a certified copy of Section 26.100.030 of the Zoning Code of the City of St. Louis. Item 2, the conditional use permit numbered 115516 issued to Edith Subasic and M. Vidovic, DBA Coco Cafe, to occupy 5017 Gravois as a cafe and full drink bar with front patio, no cooking, subject to certain conditions. Item 3, a letter dated February 28, 2017, sent to Edith Subasic and M. Vidovic, DBA Coco Cafe, from the zoning inspector warning of violation of condition number 5 that were found upon a recent site inspection and the potential for a revocation hearing should the violations not be corrected within 30 days of the date of the letter. Item 4, a memorandum from the zoning inspector to the zoning administrator stating that upon her reinvestigation performed on April 4th, 2017, the zoning administrator still found violations of Condition 5 of the conditional use permit. Item 5, public notices of today's hearing. Item 6, a certified letter dated May 23rd, 2017, sent to the conditional use permit holder from the board secretary providing notice of today's hearing. The Office of the Zoning Administrator has the burden to prove the conditional use permit conditions have not been complied with. After all evidence of the Zoning Administrator has been presented, the Board will ask for additional testimony, if any, in support of the revocation. Then, the conditional use holder will be given an opportunity to present evidence. Lastly, the Board will hear other testimony in opposition to the revocation, if any. At this time, the board asks a representative of the Office of Zoning Administrator, please come forward and be sworn in.
Would you raise your right hand, please? Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
So help me God. My name is Myra Turner. I'm zoning inspector for the City of St. Louis, room 400, City Hall. Okay. As of today, they're still in violation of number 5, which is the signage. There is no permit for the signage that is attached to that building at this time. I know that they're dealing with a lot of different entities as far as this business, but they're still in violation of number 5.
Okay. Does the board have any questions? Basically a sign on the building. Okay, thank you. Others in support of the revocation, if there's anyone else present who wishes to testify in support of the revocation, please come forward and be sworn in. Seeing none, the board asks the conditional use permit holder to please come forward and be sworn in. Please note for the record the conditional use permit holder is not present. Is there anyone present opposing this revocation that wishes to testify? Please come forward and be sworn in. Seeing none. I'd like to add the following report from the zoning inspector to be introduced into evidence as item A. The matter concerning hearing number 8199 is now closed and submitted. The board will now move on with its regular agenda. Can you call the roll, please?
Director Scobie is not present. Director Rundy? Here. Director Hayes is excused. Director Roth is excused. Director Moore? Here. Director Deacon? Here. And President Bradley?
Here, we have a quorum. I'll call a meeting in order.
From the President, addendum number 2 for letting number 8645, Terminal 1 Baggage Claim Drive to Ticketing Drive Staircase at St. Louis Lambert International Airport. Agreement with Loretta Hall Park Electrical Service between Union Electric Company doing business in Ameren, Missouri, and the City of St. Louis in the amount of $13,152.92. Emergency work orders issued for the month of May 2017 by the Department of the President and Facilities Management Division, Board of Public Service for emergency work and repairs requiring prompt attention. Recommendation that the board declares as emergency action work for 22nd Judicial Circuit of Missouri, Cornahan Courthouse, Division 18, ADA Courthouse Courtroom Renovation, 1114 Market Street, St. Louis, Missouri. Recommends approval. From the Director of Public Utilities, recommendation that the board declares as emergency action payment of access fee to Burlington Northern Santa Fe BNSF Railway Company, which were occurred while making water main repairs on BNSF property. Recommends approval. From the Director of Public Utilities and Streets, joint recommendation that the following permits for Union Electric Company doing business in Ameren, Missouri be approved subject to certain conditions. To construct new multiple duct banks and manhole installations within Shodo, Sarah, and Pampin. Overhead power lines to be placed underground. And to install and replace poles on the east and west side of South 13th at Russell. Recommendation that the following permits for AT&T Missouri be approved subject to certain conditions. Start from manhole near 3501 South Grand, bore 815 feet to rise pole at 3463 Tennessee. From pole at 3452 Louisiana, bore 765 feet to new handhole at 3435 South Compton. From this new handhole, dig to a new pad with fiber box and protective bollards. Also from handhole, board 90 feet to rise pole at same address. From pole at 3420 Cherokee, bore 133 feet to rise pole at 3419 Tennessee. Starting from manhole at 4404 Bates, bore 419 feet to new handhole at 5616 Leona. In easement, place a new 3 feet by 5 feet by 3 feet handhole. From handhole, dig 1 feet to new 4 by 4 pad with fiber distribution box and protective bollards. From handhole at 5616 Leona, bore 24 feet to riser pole at same address. From pole at 3805 Dover, bore 197 feet to riser pole at 5636 Orendes. Starting at the alley on south side of 40 North Euclid, bore north 160 feet along Euclid to customer-owned conduit. From manhole at 4510 South Kings Highway, bore 1,261 feet to new 3 by 5 by 3 feet handhole at 5049 Devonshire. From handhole, dig 1 feet to new 4 by 4 pad with fiber distribution box. From handhole at 5049 Devonshire, bore 32 feet to rise pole at 5049 Devonshire. From handhole at 5049, bore 354 feet to rise pole at 5049 Lansdowne. From handhole, bore 324 feet to rise pole at 5046 Devonshire. From pole at 4907 Devonshire, bore 240 feet to manhole at 4510 Kings Highway. From manhole at 4510 South Kings Highway, bore 268 feet to a new pedestal and fiber terminal at 4416 South Kings Highway. From handhole at 4510, bore 395 feet to new 13 by 19 by 12 inch handhole with terminal inside at 4676 Lansdowne. Starting from an existing manhole located at the driveway entrance at the front of 4600 Goodfellow, bore and place 1 poly pipe with fiber cable east for 19 feet along driveway, leaving right-of-way. Start from existing AT&T manhole located in the alley at the side of 804 Eichelberger. From this manhole, bore east down the alley for 188 feet, then turn and bore north on the sidewalk of Eiler for additional 199 feet. This bore will cross Alaska and end at a customer-provided handhold to be placed at the corner of Alaska and Eiler. This is addressed as the rear of 5400 Louisiana, as the entire church and school campus uses the same address. A fiber cable will be placed. Recommendation that permit for a sprint for a temporary cow deployment for Fair St. Louis, June 19, 2017 through July 6, 2017. The lease area is located in the grassy area just north of Art Museum, Northeast Circle Drive parking lot. Recommends approval, subject to certain conditions. From the Director of Streets and Ordinance to conditionally vacate the eastern 0.56-foot strip of Clifton, beginning at Columbia and extending southwardly 59.05 feet to a point and being adjacent to 6152 Columbia in City Block 5304 is bounded by Columbia, Sulphur, Magnolia, and Clifton. Recommendation that permit for South Grand Community Improvement District to encroach with cigarette urns to be placed on 6 light poles near 3012 South Grand, 3157 South Grand, 3120 South Grand, 3197 South Grand, 3111, 11 South Grand, and 3238 South Grand. Recommends approval subject to certain conditions. From the Director of Public Safety, recommendation that 9 festival zones be approved subject to certain conditions as follows. Community Day Festival, June 24, 2017, at 3224 Locust between North Leonard and Compton. A List Party, July 13, 2017, at Maryland Plaza between Kings Highway and York. African Community Health Fair, July 15, 2017, at the Turner Park in North Sarah. Community Day at July 15, 2017, at North Grand between Enright and Delmore, Enright between North Union and Clarendon. People's Clinic, July 15, 2017, at Ruth Porter Park and Cabanne Way between Enright and Delmore, Delmore Alley between Goodfellow and DeVolver. SLPL Comics Central, July 29, 2017, at the North Curb Lane of Olive in front of the library between 13th and 14th for food trucks and game time trucks. Labor Day Parade, September 4th, 2017, parade lineup en route begins at 15th and Olive to Tucker, south on Tucker to Market, west on Market, ends at 15th and Market. Lineup on Olive between 15th and Jefferson, Poker Park, and surrounding streets. Lou Fest, September 8th through 10th, 2017, in Forest Park for the festival at the Festival Plaza and Upper Muni grounds. St. Joan of Arc Homecoming, September 9th through 10th, 2017, at Olethe between Sulphur and Hampton on September 9th through 10th, 2017, and parade route staging Sulphur and Marquette and Pernod and Sulphur. East Pernod to January, South January to Mardale, West Mardale to Childress, North Childress to Pernod, East Pernod to Sulphur, and disband on September 9th, 2017.
We have no conditional uses today.
We have a conditional use that was, right. Right.
So that's not on there.
They tabled that last week.
Okay. So what we need to do is when we do the agenda, we'll remove that item off the agenda.
Okay.
That's right.
Okay.
Hearing number 8199, 5017 Gravois Coco Cafe. We have a signage violation, condition number 5. I'd like to note for the board that the conditional use permit holder did not show up for today's hearing. So with that, I'd like to open the floor for discussion. No discussion. Would anybody like to make a motion?
What, should we move to table it for 30 days? I'll make a motion to table it for 30 days.
I'll second.
Have a motion to table for 30 days and a second. Can you call the roll, please?
Director Scobie is not present. Director Rundy?
Aye.
Director Hayes is excused. Director Roth is excused. Director Moore?
Aye.
Director Deacon?
Aye.
And President Bradley.
Aye. Table. I'd like to turn your attention to our meeting minutes from last Tuesday, June 13, 2017. Are there any questions or comments on the minutes as presented? Seeing none, take a motion, please.
Move to approve the minutes from the June 13th meeting.
Second.
Moved and seconded for approval. Can you call the roll, please?
Director Scobie is not present. Director Rundy?
Aye.
Director Hayes is excused. Director Roth is excused. Director Moore?
Aye.
Director Deacon?
Aye.
And President Bradley.
Abstain. Minutes are approved. Today's agenda, questions or comments on the agenda?
Oh,
Seeing none, take a motion, please.
well, I move to approve the table item, the Jasmine Day Spa, from the agenda.
Right, remove that. You want to approve the agenda as well?
Sure.
Okay. Approve the agenda with the amendment. Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay. You call the roll, please.